humans, I'm Yoshiller. Welcome back to some more Animal Crossing New Horizons. Folks, it's a new day, it's a new month. Mario's dead, Mario celebration is over. Mario stuff is done. It's time to just play Animal Crossing. But the Sanrio collaboration lives forever. Toby is a new villager on my island that I obtained thanks to the Sanrio amiibo card that I have of him. And because it's the month of April, that means I can buy new items and all that good stuff. However, the focus now, and probably until the end of the series, will be for me to catch a bunch of fish and a bunch of deep sea creatures. Over the past few months, I've been trying to knock out a fair share of Nook Miles achievements, and that includes the ones that require me to catch 5,000 bugs, 5,000 fish, and 2,500 deep sea creatures. Oh, cherry blossom petals. Ooh! Ooh, finally! Yes, it is April. That means cherry blossoms are in season, which means I can finally get some more cherry blossom petals. Look, guys, I played this game last year. I got like 2 cherry blossoms, petals, I guess, and I made a cherry blossom lantern, and it's lovely. I love it so much, but I wasn't able to craft 1 or 2 other items that required cherry blossom petals, and because I used the petals to craft that one lantern, that's the only cherry blossom item I ever got. So I would love to get more cherry blossom petals. Here we go. Yeah. I'll take this. Thank you. It's good. It's good. I love it. All right. Well, Bunny Day stuff is already coming into effect. There's going to be a lot of eggs. That's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. But the cherry blossoms, ooh, I like that a lot. I really like that. Well, as I was trying to say, I shall be focusing on trying to obtain fish and deep sea creatures. That's my focus today. So I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of fish bait out, because that is the easiest way to catch fish, especially when Bunny Day eggs are in season. And I may as well just take the rest of these, right? Use them all today. Historically, I've been catching 50 fish a day, but I was doing that in combination with also catching 40 bugs a day. But now that I'm done catching bugs, I knocked out that Nook Miles achievement a couple days ago. It's just fish and deep sea creatures. So I may as well knock out everything else. Alright. Well, I gotta do 1 or 2 things real quickly. I don't need to catch any more bugs, that's for sure. Oh, I won't get over that. I love that I don't have to catch a bug ever again. Ooh, but a cherry blossom petal? Let's see, this is my fastest entry point to it, right? Here, give me a couple of those. Thank you. Oh, I would love to catch a bunch of these. I really would. Anyway, having all this fish bait is handy because Bunny Day eggs are out and about. That means if you were to go fishing at random, there's a chance you could obtain a Bunny Day egg, a water egg. But if you have fish bait, you're guaranteed to catch a fish instead. So I was thinking maybe if I just use up all my bags of fish bait today, I don't have to worry about accidentally obtaining a water egg. I can guarantee that I will catch fish. Now, I will try my luck with this fish. This fish appeared without the assistance of fish bait, and I want to see how many fish I gotta get today. So I'm at 4762. Alright, well, if I were to catch 50, that would put me at 4812. So, as long as I get at least 50, I'll be good. But I think I'm carrying 60 bags of fish bait, so that's fine. But I'm only carrying 60 bags of fish bait. Those are my last 60 bags of fish bait. So I still have to catch like another 100 fish or so without fish bait. Thankfully, this was a sea bass. It was not a water egg. So I am 1 fish closer, and I've still got my 60 bags of fish bait. Also, there's a deep sea creature here. Yep, that's right. I got to get back into the routine of obtaining deep sea creatures regularly, and I got to see where I'm at on that too. So I'm at 2130 per... Wait, didn't I? No, that's right. Sorry, I know I stopped at a nice precise number. I thought I stopped at 2150 for a moment. No, 2130 is correct. Okay, so I think we'll be fine then. So here's 1 extra deep sea creature. Oh, and it's a scallop. That means I immediately get to see my good friend Pascal today. Whoa, come on over, Pascal. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Here you go. You can have this. I don't need it anymore. I've already contributed a scallop to the museum. I'll take anything I can from you, especially if it's a new DIY recipe. Magic is just science with your eyes closed, man. No. The best magic requires that your eyes be open. That way you can see it and still not understand it. That's the hoot. Alright, well, in any case, I think that he gave me mermaid shoes. That's good. I don't know if I want to catch that fish right there. Well, that's okay. I scared it away anyway. No big deal. Oh! You know what? I never even saw who the guest on my island was today. It might be Red. I would like to double check. And it is Red. Okay, well then in that case, I need to stop by Red's house. Also, I just realized that my new villager, Toby, has not moved in yet. I scanned in his amiibo card for the 3rd time yesterday, but he still actually needs to move into the household, so he's not showing up on my map just yet. Also, there's this blossom right here that I can't seem to get. Just want to get the cherry blossom. Don't make me come down there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I got the cherry blossom. I might stop by Toby's house. I might just have to collect a couple of eggs that my friends left here. Get this cherry blossom missed completely. Alright, I got like... Whenever you miss the first time, you've got like 1 second to try again and catch the cherry blossom that time. And that time, it just didn't quite work out. Here's what I'm gonna do though. Oh, I can't... Yeah, alright, so the house is sold. I mean, that makes sense. But I can't quite go and chat with Toby just yet. Did not mean to do that. I was just trying to pick up the tree branch. Alright. Well, then we're not doing anything related to Toby today. Hang on. You thought I wouldn't see this? I'm just going to spend the next couple of days picking up the mess that my friends made when they were here yesterday. Is there anything else I should be aware of? Because now I'm extra cautious. Alright. Also, I figure I have this warp pipe here for a reason. The whole reason I even set the other end of this warp pipe to over here was so that I could access Red's boat with ease, so I may as well use the warp pipe for its intended purpose. To be able to navigate around this island without the need of a vaulting pole, a ladder, or, I guess in this case, a wetsuit. I did go into the water to get that seaweed, but in theory, you could go to Red's boat without a ladder or a vaulting pole. As long as you have access to the ocean, you can just swim on over. But my point still stands. I want my entire island to be navigatable without any extra tools. Alright, now let's see here, my good man. Hello, I'm your favorite cousin, huh? Well, fortunately, I do have enough money to purchase a painting today. And with any luck, this will bring me 1 painting closer toward completing the museum. Now, I've constantly lost track of which paintings I have and haven't purchased, but I don't think I've ever purchased a worthy painting. I believe I have the one over to the right, and I believe I have the sculpture furthest to the right. Nothing else apparently seems different. So let me double check that I've never obtained a worthy painting before. Oh, well. I better buy the whoopee cushion before I forget, huh? Okay. And then whatever that is, sure. And then the prom sash, sure. Oh, but just like that, I spent too much money! Darn it, the whole point of me even opening this was to see if I had a worthy painting, and for some reason I can't jump to the bottom of this. I have to just scroll down manually like this, fine. But if I don't have a worthy painting, then that's what I'm buying. I'm not going to look up whether it's real or fake. With any luck, it's one of those paintings that can't be fake, and with any luck, I've never obtained it before, which means purchasing it will make it a worthwhile, worthy addition to my island's museum. Well, it would be right around here if I did obtain it, so I've never obtained it before. But, Red, I've got some bad news. I, like the moron that I am, decided to purchase items I could purchase at any time while I was inside your boat. I should have just purchased your painting and then purchased the other items, but now I do not have a sufficient amount of bells, so now I gotta go and get a sufficient amount of bells, but fortunately, it allows me to use this warp pipe a few extra times. Hey, someone left a pear over here? You thought I wouldn't notice? Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, I got this pear. I got the pear. Alright. Now I gotta run a few extra errands real quickly. I've gotta go and pick up a couple of shells, clean up my island and its beaches and whatnot. Alright, here we go. Let me see. Well, hey, there's a butterfly right there, but you know what? I don't need to catch it, because I don't need to catch any more bugs. You know how happy that makes me? That I don't have to catch any more bugs? Have I iterated that point enough just yet? Anyway, today I'm actually going to go inside the shop. I figure it's a new month. They might be selling some new themed things in here. So let's go ahead and have a look-see. Oh, yeah, see? They've got this Bunny Day hedge. I don't think that was there last year. So I feel the need to buy it now. All right, so let's see. And the shells. It's not a lot, but it is something. All right. I will take that for only 1,500. Oh, that's a lot less than I was expecting, although I did say it wasn't a lot. Very well. Well, I went inside the shop today, and there was an item that I would have interest in purchasing. I don't know if I'm going to purchase it today, but I guess if I need to stop by Resident Services and withdraw some money anyway, I may as well purchase the item, drop it off at my house, then go to Red's place, and then purchase the painting that I actually need to obtain. I got it. I got it. Okay, I have a whole system down. First things first. I need to put a couple of other items away. Well, actually, no. Okay, well, first things first, I gotta... Well, I was gonna get that cherry blossom, but I guess it faded into obscurity, so never mind. Fine. Alright, let me withdraw money first. Let me get the money out of the bank account. Then I can buy the item. Then I can stop by my house, deposit a bunch of items at the same time, have a much more open inventory. Then I can go fishing and deep sea diving and all that jazz, and I can ramble on about whatever. And then nice, 80 extra Nook Miles. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so we gotta do ABD. We gotta withdraw. And I'm thinking 10,000 bells ought to do it. That puts me at a nice 13,579 bells in my inventory right now. So I will take that. Thank you very much. Okay. That's all set. Now what I must do is I must go and... Well, I guess I'll purchase the painting first. Let me go do that before I accidentally wind up spending too many bells. Again, for all I know, that Bunny Day hedge is worth like 10,000 bells. So, let's head on back. Let's use the warp pipe again. I have it here for a reason. And then before this series is over, I've got a couple days to do it, but before this series is over, I do want to clean up this back area behind my movie theater, because now it really is just an open, empty lot. It was my former fish trophy garden, but now that that has moved over to the lake, I should turn it into something else. And I can turn it into a designated fishing area if I wanted to. And that might be what I turn it into, but I'm just not certain yet. We will see. The time being, hello. Okay. So let's get this worthy painting. I've never purchased it before. Hopefully it doesn't have a fake version. If it does, well then hopefully this is the real version. So I will take that. Thank you. Alright. So we'll check in on that painting tomorrow when it arrives in the mail, and hopefully I can contribute it to the museum, and I will be one painting closer toward completion, and then I'll worry on a different day about getting any other art pieces that I still need to obtain. Alright. Here we go. Alright. It's coming together. Alright. Good. So that's done. I got the painting. I don't necessarily need to purchase the Bunny Day item just yet. What I think I probably should do is try catching any and all fish without the assistance of fish bait. I thought I saw a fish here, but I think I scared something away. Alright, well, never mind. I do need to go fishing, though. I've got plenty of bags of fish bait on hand, but the more fish I can catch without the use of these bags of fish bait, the better. Darn it! See, this is exactly why I was using the fish bait in the ocean before, because that way I was automatically lined up with the positioning. I didn't have to readjust myself every time I wanted to catch one fish. So I don't know that I'm going to be fishing here for the entirety of the part. I thought maybe fishing up here would be a nice change of pace. But even though it is, it's not going to go very well. So fine. I'll take that, and then I will resume fishing in my regular habitat. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, there's lots of bugs. Well, hey, I don't need to catch any of those bugs anymore, though. I am done with that. Those days are done. I put the rotten turnips away, finally. Alright. I could try fishing off the boardwalk again. Hey, there's already a fish over here. I swear if you turn out to be an egg, though, we're gonna have a problem. Alright, let's go. Don't be an egg, don't be an egg, don't be an egg. It's an actual fish! Hooray! I obtained an extra fish without the assistance of fish bait. Good. Very good. Alright. So... maybe then, oh wait, I saw another fish, okay. Well, if I catch this fish without the assistance of fish bait, I'll be all the more closer. Here we go. Let's get it. Okay. There we go. Seahorse. I guess that counts as a fish. Alrighty. So, do I dare to go through all these bags of fish bait today? You know what? I might, because all I'm doing in this series for the next 2 or 3 days is catching fish and going deep sea diving. Ah! I wasted a bag of fish bait! Man, I wasn't even talking that much. I thought my focus was pretty good. I just reacted too quickly. All right. Time for a slight change of scenery. Let me go over here. Let me go to a place where there's already a fish existent. Catch that fish. There we go. And then proceed to use my bag as a fish bait. There we go. I gotta reorganize this area too. Just a bunch of Mario items sitting here. Well, I will have designated days where I will clean up my island. Oh, I got daily Nook Miles, I assume, for catching 5 fish. I did! Oh, and then there's another Nook Miles achievement for taking a picture, huh? That's an easy one. I shouldn't be too concerned with Nook Miles anymore, but, you know, maybe if Pietro wanders over this way and I could use a thumbnail shot, I'll take a picture with him. We will see. For now, I need to get into the fishing habits, and I need to decide what topic I shall discuss today so that I can take my mind off of this fishing process so that I can just ramble on and 40 minutes can fly by. So, well, let me get this fish real quickly and then I can tell you. There we go. All right, we're one fish closer to completion. Thank you, sea bass. Woo! All right, I know something I can talk about. Folks, for those of you that watch my videos regularly and know kind of who I am as a content creator, you might know that I am a big fan of the Super Smash Bros. Series, and that I have been trying to become a competitor in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This day and age of having to do tournaments online has kind of set me back a little bit because I don't have easy access to a wired connection, which is required to participate in tournaments these days, but I have been trying to do what I can to maintain my competitive edge in the game. And that often includes me just playing the game's online quick play mode, and that leads to frustration because there are a lot of trolls and a lot of people with poor sportsmanlike conduct or poor sportsmanship, and I don't know. If you haven't played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate regularly, what some people might tell you is that there are a lot of jerks online, and I'm sad to say that that's kind of true. It's very easy to get salty in a game like this because very rarely do I find random players where I play against them and it genuinely feels like those players are playing to try and get better at the game. Because I might play a match against somebody, and whether I win or lose, people almost never want to rematch me. And whether I have a good internet connection or a bad internet connection, whatever. Just nobody ever wants to rematch. So how am I supposed to practice in this game? How's anyone supposed to practice in this game if you only play one match and then you leave? Whether you win or lose. I just don't understand. And beyond that, I'll try to you can do friend rooms and stuff, and that leads to its own fair share of problems. I even did a Road to Sakurai video about this. Oh, catch a zebra turkey fish specifically. Well, I did that. Great. Alright, let's get another fishing rod ready to go. So, I bring this up because I've been trying to play it more and more recently. I was previously trying to play it for about an hour every day. Back when the world was normal, I was basically playing it after work. I'd play for about an hour, and then I'd maybe work on my videos for a bit. Or vice versa, I'd work on my videos for a bit, then play for an hour, and then go to sleep. And sometimes I'd play longer, but I wanted to make sure that I played at least a little bit each night, that I remembered the reflexes to certain things. Just remembered how to do certain things, got into the habit of things. And I lose a lot, but that's fine. It's a game where I'm supposed to practice, but sometimes playing it just before bed was not always the best idea, because then I go to bed with a little bit of a bitter attitude, and it's like, I just want to play the game. And playing online has its problems because I get a lot of missed inputs when I play online. The game will think I hit something twice, and I'll be like, nope, I most certainly did not hit that twice. And my opponents will be able to take full advantage of those types of mistakes. And, I'm basically just desperate for local in-person events to come back. Because local in-person events, for starters, the players are nicer. The players are more respectful because they are not hiding behind a monitor. And players there will actually play more than one match and not just leave after one win or one loss. Once you have a designated practice area, people want to play 10 times in a row. That's the goal. And the more I play Smash Online and the more I lose, the more frustrated I become at the fact that I can't go to an in-person event at this point in time. Also, Why am I in here? Oh, I need to sell. Yeah, okay. I need to sell stuff. Okay. All right, here you go, my good men. There you go. You can have all those. that, and this one. Don't think I forgot about the bluegill. I remembered the bluegill. You can have that. Okay. So, yeah, in particular, in recent times, I have been trying to practice in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And you know, I'll have friends who say, oh, you can contact me to play. Like, it's not a matter of not having someone to practice with. It's just a matter about the frustrations of trying to play a game given the circumstances right now. Like, if I want to compete in a tournament, I have to play online. I have to have a wired connection. And I just want to practice against all sorts of matchups, but I'm not able to do that because a lot of people don't seem like they actually want to play. They want to take their one win and leave, or they get frustrated at their one loss and leave. And so I never get to practice specific matchups. And even though I have friends that play specific characters, none of my friends are pros at every single character. I'm sorry to say. So, that's a recent frustration, is I've been trying to get back into the habit of playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for about an hour each day. And I usually play at night, because that's usually when I'm exporting a video or something. And I've been getting increasingly frustrated. It's a little out of character for me, I like to think. I can get frustrated at stuff. You'll see me go, frick! No! No! Blah, 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 any other type of interjection. You know, I won't, like, shout directly at a player and say, like, you suck! Or anything like that. But I have not been as frustrated at a game as I have been at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in recent years. Like, I remember in the past, maybe I get frustrated at a game like Superman 64. Or, you know, Shadow the Hedgehog, I guess, like games that are just so awful on their own. But in terms of, like, playing a game I know is well made, and I know was, you know, polished and all that, I don't know how to describe it. I've just been getting so upset with the game giving me missed inputs and lag and salty players. And it's like, I just want the world to go back to normal so I can go back to tourneys and play Super Smash Bros. And I think there are one or two local events that are open again, or I can go and play Super Smash Bros. But it's like, I'm not that desperate. I gotta wait that off like another month or two when things are a little safer. Like, of course I want to go back and compete, but, like, I'm not going to risk my life to play some Super Smash Bros. I'll have to play given the circumstances right now, and those circumstances are that the internet connection is often poor for me, the players I play against aren't always the best sources of practice, and the other resources I have available to me are non-existent. I have to play online with poor internet and hope that I win. And it's not even the best form of practice if it's poor internet, but that's what I got. I'm looking into a wired connection. It's just that the house layout that I'm in right now is ill-equipped to work with that. See, at this point in time, I'm in a two-story building, and the internet router is downstairs across from my room. So, you know, anytime I'm like, oh, I don't have a wired connection, people will be like, LOL, just buy an Ethernet cable. Okay, but if I'm going to buy an Ethernet cable and connect it to the router, I'm running a cable throughout the entirety of the house. People say, LOL, just like mount it to the wall. Okay, it still has to go around basically the entire perimeter of the house. And it's not going to look pretty. I'd rather have either someone come over and professionally hook it up, or someone install a router in my room. And installing a router in my room poses a fair share of its own problems because you need specific cables accessible to you to even have an internet router work. And that does not exist in my room. So no matter what, it's going to be a process to hook up an internet router in my room. It's a whole thing. It's not like I haven't thought about it. I want to get it to work so I can have a more stable internet connection so that I can compete in more online Super Smash Bros. Tournaments. Because if you play one match without a wired connection, whether you win or lose, your opponent will always ask, do you have a wired connection? And I have to say no. And then I get automatically disqualified. Even though I won. And even though it might be my opponent that has the bad connection. And it's an unfortunate time. The other thing with playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate online as well. Okay, so let's say you sign up for a tournament. And let's say, for the sake of example, everyone in this tournament has a wired connection. Alright? You still deal with people doing lag tests all the time. And I don't know. It bums me out. Because when you go to a local event, your name gets called, your opponent's name gets called, you sit at a station, and you play your match. Alright? It's as simple as that. There is no, like, I think my opponent's cheating, I would like a lag test that lasts 20 minutes. It just goes. And I'd be snapping my fingers right now to tell you how it just goes if I wasn't busy trying to focus on catching a fish right now. Pietro, you're here with me. Would you like a picture, sir? I'd be interested in taking a picture with you, but I'd like to catch a few more fish. It's on my mind. Anyway, local events are just so much better. And I believe I've said this like 3 times in this video now, but every time I lose or I get salty in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate online these days, it's mainly due to the fact that I'm frustrated that I can't go to an in-person event right now, and that for the time being, there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to wait for the world to return to normal, and who knows when that's gonna be. That's why it's so upsetting. That's why I'm so bummed out that I can't do anything about it. This is how things have to be. But I can flash back to a time when things weren't this way. When I went to a local event and got my butt handed to me. But you know what? At least when I went to those local events and got my butt handed to me, I was still having a good time. Because players were respectful. That's what I'm trying to say. Players... The top players were the nice ones. All these players that talk smack on the internet and whatever are just like average level players. And look, I talk the occasional smack too. I'm not that great. But at least I'm not talking down or ill of other players. I'll like, while I'm in the middle of a match, I'll say like, ooh, got him. Ooh, I got that combo. I never speak negatively about my opponents. I don't try to start fights with people after a match. I am just trying to enjoy the game. I'm not trying to teabag my opponents. I'm not trying to, you know, get style points every time and put someone on full blast on social media, which, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me go sell some items real quickly. If you don't know what I'm talking about, why don't you get a picture with PH, whatever. People, there are, when you play a Smash match online, you have access to a chat room so you can keep in contact with your opponent. And there are a lot of tweets that have gone viral of just like Smash players shouting at each other, cursing out each other. And it's just like, that's not that's not okay. That's not okay. So that's where we're at. I guess I can go after this balloon real quickly. Yeah, it really just boils down to that. I wish things didn't have to be this way right now. It's a small problem, part of a bigger problem. Like, obviously, having to stay home and having to stay indoors is a bigger problem than just not being able to go to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tourneys on the regular. But I guess I miss those days. I don't know why people feel the need to, like, have this anger, I guess, when you play online, because anger, you know, people will say anger is toxic, but what that means is that it also spreads more quickly. It's toxic because it makes other people toxic. You get angry, everyone gets angry, right? It's not as easy to spread as happiness. And so, I don't know what, people, I guess, because they feel like they can hide behind a computer monitor and not suffer any consequences, they basically just try to be as mean of a player as possible because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel like they have power. I don't know why. It's not even satisfying when I beat players like that. It doesn't mean anything. Because they don't even rematch after you play them. Does anything I'm saying make sense to anybody? This whole conversation probably only makes sense to people who play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate online. And I don't know I imagine a fair share of my fans who watch this series are, you know, somewhat fans of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Maybe you don't compete, but you kind of understand the competitive nature of the game. Look, I'm really not that great of a player at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm not. That's not me being modest, okay? I can beat... Oh, I almost threw it. Nope, I'm messing all sorts of stuff up here. I can beat some players, okay? I can hop online and win a fair share of matches, but I lose a lot as well. I go to tourneys. I usually don't perform that well. You know, I'm better than the average casual player, but if someone's, you know, played this game for a couple of hours and they understand the basic movesets of a character and the basic fundamentals of the game, they'll probably beat me. I don't think I'm all that great at the game, and I'm trying my best to practice, and as I stated earlier, my options for practicing are severely limited, and so I do what I can to try and get better at the game. But it seems as though nobody else has that mindset, that a lot of people play online not to get better at the game, but just to peeve other players, just to, like, try and get Twitter clips, try to, you know, is that a problem? I don't know, but it doesn't make me happy. I wish other people had the mindset of, I want to play this game and compete, and I want to try and get better. Even if I lose, I want to play again. Even if I win, I want to play again. But nobody wants to do that. People want to win once and then leave, or if they lose, like, oh, I don't want to play against this guy, he's obnoxious. Yeah, you know how many obnoxious people I play, but I rematch anyway because it's sportsmanlike? But it doesn't matter, because there's no penalty for it. People don't get punished. But at an in-person event, man, people are just so much nicer. I'm gonna get this deep sea creature real quickly because it's been on my mind. Alright, there we go. I would like this. Yeah, that's what's been on my mind, is how frustrating Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has been. And I'll say things like, I can't take it. This can't be the way things are. And yet I keep playing because there's nothing else I can do. I just have to wait until the world is normal, or at least close to normal again. And I can't rush into that. I can't rush into it. I have to be cautious. So maybe I'll participate in online tournaments again, and maybe I'll find enjoyment out of Smash Ultimates Online again, and maybe I'll become decent at the game, and maybe I'll accomplish all the goals I want to set with the game. But the future of myself and that game at this point in time looks to be a bit grim. Some people say you can only get better, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to believe I can only get more frustrated, which as a result means things can only get worse. But I play the game anyway, because for as frustrating as it can be, and for as often as I lose and get agitated by the way others play that game, I do it because deep down, it's a game I want to be good at. I would love to be associated with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I love Super Smash Brothers. And I've had this conversation in this series before, but there are a variety of games that I'd love to be associated with, you know? I play all sorts of games on my channel. I would love to be known as a Splatoon guy, or a Smash Bros. Guy, or a Mario Kart guy, but you know, all that ever happens is people know me for my new Super Mario Brothers series that I did 10 years ago, and I still get comments that say, "Oh, Yoshiller, I loved your new Super Mario Brothers U series. I'm glad you're still making videos," and I'm like, I've made videos for 10 years in between that. And I guess I shouldn't be mad. People are coming back and checking out my content, but I'm like, nobody knows me for anything else? I've done so many other things, but people only know me for New Super Mario Brothers. It's not even a game I know that well anymore. I mean, I know where a couple of the secret exits are, but like, I'm not a pro at that game. I'm glad people like that series, but like, you know how hard I've tried to become known for doing Splatoon content, or Pokemon content, or Smash Bros. Content? And it's like, gosh darn it. Nobody knows me for any of that? Nobody knows me as a Smash Bros. Competitor because I don't win tournaments. Nobody knows me as a Splatoon player because I'm not super popular in the Splatoon community. And you know, I can try my best. I made it to rank X in Splatoon. I made it to Master Ball rank in Pokemon, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Because if I'm not the biggest channel in that community, then it doesn't matter. And because my new Super Mario Brothers videos have like millions of views, that's all people are gonna know me for. That's a whole separate topic. I'm sorry for rambling. I just, you know, I'm trying to do other things. You know? I really am. But it's not doing anything. Maybe once this Animal Crossing series comes to a close, people will know me for something else. People don't even know me as an Animal Crossing guy, despite the fact that I've been playing this game for, what, 357 days now? So, like, what the frick? I mean, I acknowledge that my Animal Crossing series isn't particularly popular. As a matter of fact, it might be the least viewed series I've made on my channel. Maybe. Well, I don't know. I guess because I've done 350 plus videos in this series, technically, if each video were to get 1,000 views, that's still 350,000 views collectively, which isn't a whole lot. But as a whole, that's a lot more than some of the other series on my channel have gotten. Because if I did a series with only, like, 12 videos, and each video only got 12... Well, hang on. Hey! This is something new! Cherry Blossom Trees Wall. Don't mind if I do. I'm not going to craft it this second. I got to keep fishing. But that's good to learn. Thank you. Anyway. All this to say, I would love to be known as a Smash Bros. Guy. However, I'd be lying if I said that the future of Smash Bros. In general didn't seem grim as well. It's fine, we're still getting characters announced, and there's still development on the game being done, but like, you ever take into consideration the fact that half the game's lifespan has taken place online? And without getting into too much detail, it doesn't help that although a lot of the top players are actually nice folk, and I've had the pleasure to hang out with and work with some of them, there are some who were not such nice folk that got in trouble with the law and had allegations made toward them, and it's a terrible look for the Smash community. And it makes it hard for people like myself or even smaller creators that want to become a big name in the Smash Bros. Community, because now the reputation of the Smash Bros. Community has forever been damaged. And look, I only started competing in Super Smash Bros. Toward the end of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U's lifespan. Alright? So I'm not the most educated to talk on the subject matter. But what I will say is I do know that Super Smash Bros. Has had a competitive scene for a long time, which was initially to the dismay, chagrin, displeasure, whatever word you want to use. Nintendo didn't originally approve of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or of just the Super Smash Bros. Series competitive side all too well. But that changed when Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U were going to come out, and they invited a bunch of players and did a Super Smash Bros. Invitational. And I forgot to sell a fish. It's okay. Alright, and then you two change spots. And I'll sell this horse mackerel real quickly. Alright, so back in the day, Super Smash Bros. Melee had a very big competitive scene. And then Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out, and that kind of tore people apart. And then Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U kind of tried to bridge the gap. Look, I'm not trying to sound offensive when I say this, but there's a reason the phrase Melee elitists came to fruition. Because people who want to play Melee want to play Melee. Like, that's the game they want to play. So they don't often play other Smash Bros. Games because, for better or for worse, each Smash Bros. Game plays so differently. Now, I think that's a good thing. I think it's great that each Smash Bros. Game plays differently. And even if I have a hard time going back and playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl and seeing how floaty everything is, I do like that it plays that way. Because it allows for a different experience to be had in each Super Smash Bros. Game. And it allows for different types of fun to be had as a result. Whereas if each game was just a modified, upgraded version of Super Smash Bros. Melee, I don't think there'd be any reason to go back and play some of the older games. You would just play the newer ones. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But that's where my head's at. Anyway, all this to say, Super Smash Bros. Melee had a big competitive scene for many, many years. And it is still going. It's getting a bit more difficult for Super Smash Bros. Melee competitive players to keep competing. And I'll explain why in a moment. But it had a big competitive side, and Nintendo finally acknowledged it when they invited a lot of these players out to come play in a Super Smash Bros. For Wii U tournament at E3 2014. And that was very cool of Nintendo to do. And from that point on, Nintendo would occasionally sponsor a tournament. They would host some online tournaments of their own, albeit gimmicky at times. But Nintendo has a Twitter account called Nintendo Versus. And it was an interesting dynamic to see that Nintendo was at least starting to acknowledge their competitive communities. Now, there's something to be said about them acknowledging it more. I know some companies like Capcom are all about their competitive communities, and it's nice to see that. And we all wish Nintendo would do that too. But at the very least, it's nice to see that Nintendo isn't intentionally ignoring them either. Okay, so let's fast forward a bit. Super Smash Bros. Melee continues to be a competitive game alongside more recent Super Smash Bros. Games like Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. At events such as EVO, which is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world, both games would appear at the event. You know how crazy that is? That this event only has like 9 or 10 games people can compete in, and 2 of them are Super Smash Bros. Games? Pretty surreal. Now, I was always of the mindset that Melee should eventually be removed. I mean, like, come on. Other games get newer versions, and the older versions eventually become obsolete, even if people do prefer the older version. Street Fighter's the prime example. Alright? People liked Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4, and you know what? Eventually Street Fighter 5 came out, and that's what people are going to have to play these days. Or, you know, people might like previous Tekken games, but you know what? We're at the most recent Tekken game, which I believe is Tekken 7. You get it. You got it. And then there's some other stuff too. Like, I guess there's a game called like Blaze Blue or Grand Blue or something. And that's getting... I got like a sequel and everyone moved into that. You get what I'm trying to say. So how come Super Smash Bros. Gets to get both? Oh, because people enter both. Okay, but you can still have like a different fighting game there. And eventually that's what happened. Going into... I guess it was EVO 2019. There was not a Super Smash Bros. Melee event. It was just Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And that upset a lot of players. And it seemed as though going into EVO 2020, it was going to be the same thing. EVO 2020 wound up not happening for, you know, the fact that the world shut down. But even beyond that, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Melee is just done at EVO. And it's not going to completely shut down the competitive scene. As I said earlier, people who want to compete in that game will continue to compete in that game. But it's hard now, because it's a game that came out 20 years ago. Whew. It's a game that came out 20 years ago, and the fact that it's not at a big sponsored event makes it a hard sell to try and get new players into it. At this point, it's only going to appeal to people that grew up with the game. So, although it's lasted a while and that in and of itself is impressive, it's not going to last forever, and I know people don't want to hear that, but it's true. I think Nintendo just wants Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to be the next big thing. I think a lot of these big fighting game tournaments are like, oh, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the recent game, so it's easier to set that up. It's easier to set up a Nintendo Switch with an HDMI cable to an HD TV than it is to set up an older TV with a GameCube and AV cables and whatever. Alright, that's just the truth, whether people want to hear it or not. So, where we're at now with all that, is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the game that Nintendo wanted to focus on, but because a lot of the top players had these allegations and a lot of the drama that stirred from that was very, very horrible, Nintendo might not ever want to do anything with the competitive side of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate ever again. And that is not helped by the fact that there are so many Melee elitists out there that don't like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and believe that Melee is a better game. Now, I'm not to say which game is better. I think Ultimate is the better game, but I guess that's still just a matter of opinion. But even so, it's not helped by the fact that the Super Smash Bros. Community does not look good. Alright? People are much nicer at in-person events, and that's great, but since everything's online right now, everything must be viewed through an online perspective, and it's not great, which is a shame. You know, Nintendo tries to create this family-friendly image, and then you have people that yell at each other for wanting Sora in Smash Brothers. And I think Sora in Smash Brothers would be cool, but people are like, oh no, that's another sword fighter, that'd be stupid. You know, you get stuff like that. You get people with legality issues, and you deal with the fact that Nintendo doesn't want to deal with any of that. You know, they have no... Nintendo always finds out if someone's in trouble. Okay, I want to make that clear. They're up to date with that stuff. Alright? And I want to be known as a positive influence in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but nowadays, I don't know if that's going to happen because everything's online and because all the top players are in trouble and because all these middle players make it dreadful to even try to be part of that community. Doesn't change the fact that I love the Super Smash Bros. Series and what it stands for, and I'm hoping I can make things a better place, but I just... I get so frustrated at everything! I just want the world to go back to normal! Anyway, it's been 45 minutes. That's pretty neat. What do we got here? Hey! Hey, another new recipe? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, we'll gladly take that. Alright. Well, for now, let me make another fishing rod. Because I've got a couple more bags of fish bait. And then this is the last of my fish bait, right? This is everything I had in storage. So once I use this up, the final few fish I have to obtain in this series will only be obtainable as long as I catch fish without the assistance of all these bags of fish bait. I know I can make my own bags of fish bait if I dig up my own manila clams, but I don't know if that's going to be necessary since I only have about 100 fish or so to go anyway. Alright, well, I guess I can use up these last few bags of fish bait, do a little deep sea diving, and then tomorrow, I don't know, maybe I'll use a Nook Miles ticket, go on a Nook Miles Island, and then I'll catch just a bunch more fish. It's just going to be difficult because we have the Bunny Day stuff going on right now, and that sometimes makes it so that the fish that I fish up aren't fish at all. They're water eggs. And when you fish up a water egg, that doesn't add toward my overall count of trying to catch 5,000 total fish. Fish bait at least guarantees that fish will spawn. So, oh, these next few days are going to be very difficult. Darn it! And I wasted my last bag of fish bait! No! I have to find one fish without the assistance of fish bait to make up for it. Man, I thought I was focusing pretty well. Alright, I think that shadow was too small to be a water egg. So with any luck, I'll get this fish, I will sell it, and then I can do a little bit of deep sea diving. There we go. Thank you. Extra fish, thank goodness it wasn't a water egg. Okay. How are we doing on everything anyway? 4837. So I need 163 more fish. Whew, that's a lot. So I might not be done with the fishing tomorrow, but maybe the day after, if all goes well, maybe I'll be done with the fishing. Oh, I get the sinking suspicion that's going to be a water egg, but I'm going to go after this anyway. If I can make it to 4850 today, that would be awesome, because then I would only need 150 fish. Oh, hey, it actually was a fish. Good. Yeah, if I could get to 4850 today, that'd be awesome. Only 150 fish remain. I've been in the habit of catching 50 fish a day, but I was doing that... Ooh, I better hurry with this. There's a present right there. Okay. Alright, just sell those for now. Alright, I just need enough to have inventory space. Let me pop this balloon real quickly. So far, these balloons have given me cherry blossom recipes. Will you give me a cherry blossom recipe as well, pretty please? Oh, wrong thing. Let's see. That is 5,000 bells. You know what? I'll take it. Thank you. Anyway. I've been catching 50 fish a day. But I was doing that while also catching bugs and sometimes even deep sea creatures on the same day. So in theory, maybe I could catch, say, 75 fish tomorrow and 75 fish the following day. I don't have any fish bait anymore, so that does indeed pose a problem. But I don't know how long it would take, because I could just go to a Nook Miles Island and fish there. That's what I was doing in the past when I didn't have fish bait. Could I even get 150 fish in a day? I don't know about that. I think my patience would run thin. I think it would be better to split it up among 2 days. Oh, man, a rock? Oh, good. Yeah, probably over the course of 2 days is better. Obviously, the sooner I clear this task, the better. The more time I can devote to doing other things. I just want to be done with it. Oh, I actually did have extra space for a rock. So, all right, I'll take it. I would prefer a fish. That is fine. Don't need any more bugs. Pietro, you were just wandering around all day, huh? Good on you, man. Okay. Well, I guess I could go deep sea diving. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 4850 fish today without using a Nook Miles ticket. And because we're about 50 minutes into this video, I don't think I want to use a Nook Miles ticket. So, I'm looking for cherry blossoms, if those want to appear. Maybe that's what I could do before today's video comes to a close. I could craft those cherry blossom items and see if they look neat. Because now's the time to get cherry blossoms. See, there you go. There's one right back here. And I got it! Hooray! Cherry blossom! Cool. I'm glad the trees are pink. Oh, alright. That's just a bunny day balloon. I don't quite need it. Sky eggs. Balloons in general, a little hard to come by. Alright. Guess I'd rather have too many supplies than too few. Let's get it. Alright. Thank you for that. Okay. Don't need any more bugs. This bug catching net is no longer for bugs. It is now my blossom catching net. There we go. Thank you very much. So I know what some of you are thinking. Yoshiller, are you really going to spend the last 12 minutes of this video just catching cherry blossoms? And you know what? I might. I caught like 70 fish today. Oh, there's a lost item up here. What the heck? Who got up here, lost this item, and then climbed back down? Alright, well, I best go return that real quickly. It counts as doing a favor for a villager after all, so that is handy. Alright, well, Bangle, you were hanging out over here. Do you have a moment, ma'am? Oh, I'm in the middle of something. Alright, I hope this isn't yours then. Well, Boris is home. Let's go talk to Boris. I feel like I haven't spoken to Boris in like 5 months. Alright, oh, you're crafting something, so I have suspicion to believe that this isn't yours, but let's see. Hero, it's been too long! Well, I'm just glad you stopped by. Well, hang on, I have a couple things I need to ask you. Alright, so first, what are you doing? Raccoon figurine. I definitely know how to make that because we have a raccoon figurine over by the campsite of this island. But I guess I'll take the recipe anyway because I do not have the option to say no. So thank you for that. Okay. I forgot that I made you say border. Alright, the main reason I came in here, though. Is this yours? What's that you say? Why don't we give it a little look-see? Yeah. Is this yours, sir? It'd be very convenient if it was. That's not mine. It belongs to Bertha. Okay. Well, thank you then. It was a lot. First, you and I had to talk to each other because we haven't spoken to each other in a while. Then we had to talk because you happened to be the villager of mine that was crafting something today. And then we had to talk a third time so I could actually ask if this is your item. And hey! All these eggs hiding around on my island. I will find them all! I don't know how my friends thought they'd get away with all of this egg nonsense, but I will find them. Okay, this isn't Bertha's house. This is Bertha's house, and fortunately, she is home. So, Bertha! I'm coming in! Here we go. I am returning this lost item to you. And you know, now that I think about it, I might not do a whole lot of deep sea diving today. Probably not. I'll save that for a different day. But for now, Bertha, this is yours, according to Boris. Oh, you found my lost journal! Yes, I did! Oh, you have something for me, do you? Clothing! It's usually clothing. Great! Instant muscle suit. Thank you, Bertha. Alright, I'm out of here. Nothing like doing a quick favor in the video just a couple minutes before it ends. But I will take it. I will take it. I will do it. Oh! There's a cherry blossom. No, hurry! No! If I was at a slightly different angle, I could have obtained it. Alright, that cherry blossom's gonna have to go. I would love a few extra cherry blossoms. Is there anything? Anything? Well, there's a deep sea creature out there. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll do a little extra deep sea diving. It'll make future days easier. And actually, I think I saw a deep sea creature over here to the right. So, okay, maybe I won't craft the cherry blossom items today. Maybe I will do some deep sea diving like I'm supposed to anyway. It's kind of like doing homework. It'll all get done before the series is over. It's just what order do I want to do things in? Well, there's a lot of deep sea creatures out and about right now, and I'm very happy about that. So, let's just go ahead and get this going. So, there's this deep sea creature right here. With the way the bubbles are coming out, I think this thing's going to start swimming away from me very quickly. Oh, wow. It actually went toward me for a split second. This is going to be like a spider crab or something. Alright. I must sneak up to it. Sneaking up to it. Sneaking up to it. Come on, work with me here. Work with me here. I got it! And... oh, is it a spider crab? Called it! Nice. Alright, and then there were other bubbles over here. Now, this should be a much easier creature to obtain if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Thank you very much. Just a sea cucumber. But you know what? I'll take it. I've already completed the Critterpedia. Any deep sea creature is helpful right now, and I'd actually prefer the smaller, easier to catch ones, so that this can be a much smoother process so that everything can go swimmingly. Alright, is that fair? Is that fair to everyone? Alright, let's go. Alright, I got it. I got the seaweed. How come seaweed is one word, but sea cucumber is 2 words? I guess it would look like seacucumber. Seacucumber. Or shacucumber. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. I'm being dumb. I'm going deep sea diving. I can only complain about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for so long. That's not true. I probably could complain about it for longer, but I think I would just keep repeating myself, and I think you guys are sick and tired of hearing me complain about it. So next time, I will attempt to talk about something more positive, or at the very least, I will talk about something that can hopefully have a positive ending. With any luck, all of this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate competitive stuff will go back to normal. I will be able to compete again, and I will be able to have a more positive outcome and a more positive overall experience. But man, online, it gets frustrating, man. I'm thankful I have a chill group of friends that I can occasionally play with, but you know, I don't really have like a competitive Smash circle that I'm in. I'm thankful that when I go to local events, a fair share of top players will like let me hang out with them. You know, I'm not a top player, but I guess I'm also not like a suck-up fanboy. I don't know. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside when top players are like, oh, he can hang out with us, he's cool. And I'm like, oh, you top players, and I'm a guy that's going 1-2, and you let me hang out with you. Alright, I'm at 2-1-4-0. I would like to try and get 10 more deep sea creatures, so I can end at 2-1-5-0. But yeah, I'm flattered that I get to hang out with a lot of these top players. It means a lot to me. I have friends that are so good at the game. And, you know, when I was first attending local events, I used to attend a local event every Wednesday night called Wednesday Night Fights. And I didn't really know anybody there except for one person. His name was Aim. He's been on this Animal Crossing series before. He's actually the guy that designed my Yoshi hat here. Yeah, he was at these events. And, you know, that made it easier to try and, like, go to these events because at least I could hang out with him for a couple minutes. And he was patient with me, so I appreciate that. But yeah, the more I played, whether I beat people or lost to people, eventually I won enough times to where people were like, oh yeah, I remember this Yoshi hat guy, he's cool. And I remember some of the people in charge of the events started to become cool with me too. And I think what helped win people over, I did a video on my channel called 25 Days of Pokemon Gifts, or 25 Days of Pokemon Cards, because the Pokemon Company International sent me this advent calendar of Pokemon cards. And so every day I would open up the calendar, and I would open up a pack of Pokemon cards. And it didn't matter where I was, I saw to it that every day I did this. And I confirmed this by making a tweet about it every time I did so. And, you know, on Wednesdays I would go to Wednesday Night Fights. And so I brought the poster with me, or the advent calendar, whatever. It looked like a big poster. I brought it with me to Wednesday Night Fights, and I opened the cards there, and then I basically gave the cards away to the people there. I said, you know, thanks for hanging out with me, thanks for being nice to me, thanks for helping me film. Thanks for coming out, have some cards. And I had fun doing that, but it warms my heart when I sometimes tune in to the streams of these Smash players, these top players, at least top players in my region, which is Southern California. I'll tune in, and, you know, I'll say hi or something. They're like, oh, Yoshiller! Oh, man, guys, if you don't know Yoshiller, he brought, like, this giant Pokemon poster to Wednesday Night Fights, and he just had, like, 500 Pokemon cards, and he kept giving them out to everybody. Anyway, he's awesome. Go check him out. And, you know, it's just words. But to me, positive words mean a lot. And again, those are Smash players I met locally. Further proving the fact that local events are much better, and people at local events are much nicer. You know? Oh man, of course the bubbles would spawn behind me, so I gotta swim back over here. Okay. Yeah, just the tournament organizers came to know me. I think there's even one video I did, I think it was Congo Saga, where they got used to the fact that I liked recording all of my matches. And for one of my rounds, my opponent hadn't shown up yet, and they were like, all right, well, you know, give it a few minutes, and if your opponent doesn't show up, we'll DQ him. And they were announcing all the matches, and they were like, Toaster Boy versus Pokemon Master, and Zero Suit Samus Main versus Black Knight, and stuff like that. And then he just whispers, all right, and Yoshiller versus someone else. And then everyone starts laughing, and it's like, it's cool that people can joke with me like that. It leads me to believe that I am at least liked in this community. I just don't think I'm popular or well known in this community. But hopefully I can achieve both of those things. Be popular and be liked. Sometimes it's a balancing act. Sometimes you can't get both. Oh, just 2 more deep sea creatures and then I'm done for the day. Alright. You know, some people are popular, but it's because they're infamous. And some people are liked, but it's because they're more humble. So I try to do what I can. And at this point in time, I have a tweet pinned to my profile that says I'd rather be small and respected than, you know, popular and hated. And I stand by that. I like my group of friends. Do I wish I was more famous? I mean, of course I do, but I don't want to get more famous at the cost of, like, not knowing anybody or not having anybody. I have a very supportive group of friends, and I am thankful for the fact that at least when it comes to Super Smash Brothers, people seem to like me. And I am forever grateful for that. And there, alright, at least I was able to turn the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate conversation into something of a positive note at the end. I really just want to go back to local events. That's all it really boils down to. But for the time being, I'm at 2150 deep sea creatures, and I'm almost done fishing. So I'll be done fishing in like 2, maybe 3 more videos. Hopefully only 2. And then it's just deep sea diving after that. And then after that, it's just cleaning up my island some more. Yeah. But it will all get done. And I was debating trying to get 1 more deep sea creature before today came to a close, but I think I've done enough work. So for now, that wraps up today's video of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! Hey, thank you for watching my video. If you want to continue to support my content, the best thing you can do is like this video and subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is click the little buttons down below. Also, please be sure to follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with my video schedule. My tag is @RealYoshiller. I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye! Whoosh!